We never got anybody on Pribble when we lived on Pribble.
We never get one star.
We're up. Okay, we're live. Okay, everybody, welcome. And first thing I'd like to do is call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for October the 5th, 2020. And just to highlight, Mr. Tony Abbott is on vacation, is not present tonight. So could I get a roll call, Mr.?
All right, so just like you said, Board Member Tony Abbott not present. We got Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
And we got City Attorney Dale Wilton.
Here.
And President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, no announcements for Board of Works from me. Tommy, you got anything?
The only thing I would like to say, Mayor, is I would like to thank you along with everyone else that helped with the Fall Music Fest.
Oh.
Outstanding job. I did get to enjoy it Saturday night. Friday night, as I stated, I was at the Batesville game.
That was a good time because they won, right?
Yes. Yes, but outstanding job.
Well, thank you, but
pass that on if you would, too.
I will, but we had a great committee that actually put that together, and you know, as you always, I mean, the city workers and first responders, they all just they know their jobs, and they do it routinely every year. So we appreciate that. So thank you. No other announcements. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
And I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. New business, Miss Jenny Felix, EMS new hire position.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm here to request approval for a new full-time EMT paramedic. EMS Director Rick Clark and I conducted interviews a couple of weeks ago with two candidates, and we both have agreed, after reviewing the interview notes and the references, that we would like to recommend Amanda Honert. She's actually currently a part-time EMT paramedic with the city. She's been here since June, and she has 7 years of experience.
What's her last name?
Honert, H-O-N-N-E-R-T.
Any questions, Tommy?
I have none.
If not, I entertain a motion to approve, what's her first name, Emily?
Amanda.
Amanda. I don't know why I said Emily. Emily Her, we got one that named Emily
Yep,
Her.
same department, yep.
I'm trying to get them all straight. we got all new people over there, so.
We do.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so I'd like to get a motion then to hire Amanda Honert
Yes.
as our new EMS employee technician.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second? I'll second that. And all those in favor? Aye. Aye.
I died for lack of second. Oh, yeah.
That motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next thing I am asking is, we've spoken a little bit about this, I think, in the past. I'd like to post externally for an IT manager position. This person would be managing the entire IT effort here in the city, which we currently employ a company to do all of it. And we look at it that it'll be a cost savings to have somebody on site and internally. It will be a non-union job. That's why we'll be posting it externally. We'll be putting a committee together like we have in the past for other things, such as utility director and things. And you guys had seen the, I think, the job description in your packet. And any questions regarding this position?
I have none, Mayor. I don't know if any members of the council do.
Okay. If not, then I'd entertain a motion to go ahead and post for this externally for an IT manager's position with the hope that we can get somebody hired by and starting January 1st.
So move, Mayor.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion will carry. So Ms. Felix will get that sent out or advertised out in, I don't know, a bunch of different locations she had sent me, so 4 or 5 different locations.
Yep.
So that'll be good. Okay, we got a, Mr. Weldon, JMT Professional Services Agreement.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, you have in your packets a contract for professional services with JMT to do engineering work on some property that we hope will be a part of our CARES initiative. And the contract is professional services, so bid is not required. And if you see the two attachments, those show attachment A and attachment B show the two lump sums that would be paid for these services. And I know that we have worked with, especially the primary engineer here at JMT, who's with the Rezo Group before. So this is a great firm, good engineer, and a really good project. So I'd open this up for questions and then ask for approval to sign the contract.
I have no questions at this time.
Neither do I. Okay, then I'd entertain a motion to approve the JMT Professional Services Agreement that is in your packet.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion will carry.
Thank you.
All right. Old business, Mr. Weldon, Speedway RFP.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please, the Board of Public Works and Safety, we have advertised a request for proposals twice for the Lawrenceburg Motor Speedway. We did once locally and then once nationally. With our second publication in national racing publications, national racing magazines, both online and in print, we received responses, 3 responses. One response was not responsive. It was essentially an email showing interest, but they did not submit an RFP proposal. So the task tonight before the board would be to make a selection out of the 2 proposals that were submitted that were more complete. And so I would ask for a vote, a motion, and then a vote on one of the 2 proposals that was submitted as a result of our request for proposals. And I would ask that this be based on a review of both RFPs and a review specifically of the expected ability to successfully manage the project based on qualifications, experience, expertise, availability, the expected ability to successfully complete the project based on qualifications, experience, expertise, availability, evaluation of key staff members, direct experience with similar projects, project understanding, proposed approach, innovation resulting in a superior final project, pace of proposed timeline, understanding of and preparation for elements that may affect timeline, and then you are able to give additional weight and consideration to local firms and the overall quality of submittal and any other factors that board members would deem to be relevant. Now that we have had significant time to review these proposals, I would ask for a vote to approve one of the 2 and then move into the next phase, which would be contract negotiations with the prevailing group.
Mayor, if I may, I would like to entertain a motion that we accept RPM Productions and Corp.
Okay.
Out of the 2.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry it took so long. Took a while.
Thank you for being patient.
Okay. Any other old business? If not, entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Parks and Playground meeting for October the 5th, 2020. Mr. Fetty, can I get a roll call?
Board member Tony Abbott not present. We got board member Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Board member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board member Lenny Fryman.
Present.
Board member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements regarding any parks and playgrounds announcements. I don't have any unless y'all have something you want to share. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. And for tonight's business, I have no new and no old business. Anyone have anything that I may have missed?
You know if we have any update on the handicap swing up at Ludlow Park? Have we had any progress on that?
You know what, it's a good question. I didn't ask Mario probably in the last 3 or 4 days, last week even. But I think the last thing we had was we had the concrete work done. We're waiting on the, what do you call it, the grass people, and then everything else will be installed. I don't think there's a lot to it. I think it's just we're waiting on the what do you call it, the aster grass or whatever they call that stuff. And then once that's in, I think Justin, then putting the swing itself on won't be a big deal, but we should have it done. I wish it would have been done earlier, but yeah, it'll be done. But I'll get an update for you. Okay. Anything else anybody want to bring out? Parks and playgrounds? If not, then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Common Council meeting for October 5th, 2020. If everyone could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Once again, Mr. Fetty, we need a roll call.
All right. Once again, Councilperson Tony Abbott not here tonight. Councilperson Justin Norbert.
Yes, sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant. We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay. Announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs. Mr. Abbott is not here for downtown. Does anybody have anything to share for downtown?
Nothing more.
What about for you, Mr. Lenny Fryman, for up on the hill?
Everything looks good.
Good. All the snow get removed?
Yeah. Yeah, they had a rough time, but they got it
They
done.
got her done, okay. That's all we worry about.
Wouldn't be because of the speed bumps or the
No,
speed tables.
we didn't have to shut down the hill yet. Okay. All right, finance, Mr. Brett Bondurant.
No report, Mayor.
All right, parks and playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
No, nothing new.
And fire department, Mr. Roulette.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Regarding
not, go
regarding
ahead.
streets, Mr. Mayor, do you want to bring anything up on Bilby?
Yeah, I was gonna, well, I had it written down here. I was gonna do it later, but we can do
Okay,
it now.
I just
No, it's good.
just
Good-
thinking streets,
good-
alleys, and curbs.
Good call. Yeah, Bilby Road, obviously, the people that are familiar with that, we had a couple of meetings with the residents located on Old Bilby Road about the slips in that road. And many of us are familiar that stretch of road has had slips for years and had to, when NDOT owned it, they had to go back in and repair and then replace and repair and replace. We're at that point again. So we had engineering firms come in and dictate to us that the safest way to shut that part down right now is to barricade it off. So as you can see, you probably see a lot of signs, detour signs and others around that area that is actually they're bagged right now, I believe. But I think Friday we're going to be barricading off Old State Route 48 at the at Riviera, and then additionally up at Heiner Heights. It's a temporary thing. We're going to fix it. We're waiting on Community Crossings grant opportunity monies, and they just opened that up again, so I got Mr. Clark working on that. So hopefully we get started sooner than we even thought.
Oh, good.
Because we had told folks when we had the community meetings, and I appreciate the people that came out, so there was a lot of good questions, and we had a good attendance. But we told them that, you know, it could be a year before we even started on it. But I'm hoping that if we can get something that's going with this community crossings, that the state has opened back up now that we weren't aware of at the beginning of all this, that maybe we can get started a little bit earlier than that. So, and then we can get it fixed and get it back opened up and get it safe again. So, yeah, thanks, Justin.
And it truly is. It's imminent right now. I mean, it is broken loose over the white line. So if you're riding the white line, your tire would actually could go over and drag you into that guardrail. It's.
I'm shocked that there hasn't been one. I really am.
I mean, So it's none too soon.
No, it needs to be
Unfortunately, it has
done.
to be done, but yeah,
It is an inconvenience.
Yeah.
We've spoken with Mr. Gailey, and they're going to take care of the busing situation and everything, but it has to be done, and it's not the
Question, Mayor.
convenient
We're not
thing.
gonna start it and do half of it and then leave it for a while. We're gonna wait till we get the money and do it all at one time.
We're going to do that whole stretch. Now, there's a second stretch up further that needs to be done at some point, but it's nothing like the stretch that we need to get done. So what I was proposing is we get the money to do the bad stretch that we're going to shut down, and we get that done, and then maybe in a couple years, we can do the rest of it up more towards the top end of the hill.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we're not gonna start it and then
No, that's
quit
not the
halfway
intent.
and then everybody's gonna say, well, where they at?
No, that's not the
Just wait till
intent.
we get it, all the money, do it all at one time.
No, that's not the intent. The intent would be that, you know, we would have the money to do that whole first phase, which is the bad part.
Yeah.
And get it done, and then open it back up, and then at some point, we'll have to shut it down again in a year or two to do the second phase, but that's an additional probably $1 million, so.
And
Yeah,
the
I was
plan-
up there walking
the
around and
plan
you
would be
hollered at
this
me.
is not a temporary fix type of fix. This is something that is going to be much more permanent.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's-
they're gonna do the soil nailing and everything, and you know, they're working on the engineering piece of it so we can be prepared. But yes, we want it fixed right.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're exactly right. Good point. Thanks for bringing that up, Justin. Anything else on your announcements, guys? Just so you know, at 6:45, in case we're not done with this meeting, we're gonna have to pause for the first public budget hearing. But if not, then we'll have to wait around till 6:45 if we're done with the meeting, and call that to order and then give people an opportunity. Okay, no other announcements. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Mayor, now we do have two sets of.
Yep, we sure do.
Just to
This
make
was the
sure.
one, this was the previous meeting, and then I got one for September 17th.
Correct. Got 17th and the 21st, yes.
Yep. This was the one for the 21st.
I'll make that motion.
All right.
I'll second.
Second, Brett, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries, and then I'd like a separate motion to approve the meeting minutes for 9/17.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, no committee reports tonight, but before we get into new business, I do want to make one more announcement. Plans are to do the groundbreaking for the Flaherty and Collins project is October 26th, as it stands today. So if you guys could keep your, I don't know what time that is, if that's been announced yet or not. Let me look.
Have it 11 o'clock, Mr. Mayor.
You got it in there at 11? Yeah, that's what I got, 11 o'clock. So if you guys are available, I know you guys don't work anymore. Look at the guy down here on my right and my left.
That's fine. I know what I do daily.
Yeah.
Saying we don't work
See
any.
the 26th?
Saying we don't
I
work
do,
any
I
less.
say you do. I know. Yeah, the 26th,
Anybody you got a time?
11 o'clock. If you could be there a few minutes earlier than that, and we'll,
That's
Pretty
a Monday,
exciting time.
correct?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can get off work.
I'll bet you will. If Angie will let you go, okay? All right. Okay, New business, Red Ribbon, wow. Let me try that again. Red
fast.
Ribbon Week proclamation. This is something we do every year. What I'd like to do is read the proclamation. Red Ribbon Week this year is October 23rd through the 31st. And I'd like to read the proclamation, and then I would like to get a motion for you guys to approve this and approve that week of being Red Ribbon Week in Lawrenceburg. So if you bear with me here so I can get through it, I guess. It says Proclamation Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd through 31st, 2020. Whereas alcohol, vaping, prescription, and other drug abuse have reached epidemic stages not just across the nation but here in our community. Therefore, it is important that visible, unified prevention, education efforts by community members be launched to eliminate the demand for excessive alcohol consumption and drugs. And whereas the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, CASA, and its youth ambassadors encourage the community to support, as they do, the National Red Ribbon Campaign, offering citizens the opportunity to spread their commitment for substance abuse education and prevention. Whereas the National Red Ribbon Campaign will be celebrated in every community in America and in our community during Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd through 31st. And whereas business, government, parents, law enforcement, media, medical, religious institutions, schools, senior citizens, service organizations, and area youth will demonstrate their commitment to healthy, drug-free lifestyles by wearing and displaying red ribbons during the week-long campaign. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Kelly Milan, Mayor of the City of Lawrenceburg, do hereby proclaim October 23rd through 31st, 2020 as Red Ribbon Week and encourages its citizens to participate in drug prevention education activities, making a visible, united statement that Lawrenceburg is a drug-free city. So, along with that, the week of the 23rd, we'd like for you guys to wear, we got red ribbons that they have provided us, and we'll get you those. I don't want you to lose them between now and then. But I got them in my office, and Guinevere or myself will get them to you, and we'd appreciate that, and we'll probably get a picture like we do every year in support of that. But any questions regarding this?
Are there any other events that are already scheduled as far as to help, that are coordinated, that we
You know,
can, in support of this?
for this,
Yeah.
you know, in years past, they have had separate events, but I think due to COVID, they've cut that back this year, and they're just, I don't know of anything separate than just proclaiming the week this year.
Yeah.
If there is anything, we'll certainly let you guys know as we hear about it. But it's always been I know the schools are always get involved in things like that. We got a lot of good stuff going on in this city,
Yeah.
and the community regarding substance abuse in the prevention, treatment, and recovery. And I implore with everyone that if you don't know what's going on, please get on the websites and find out here in the community, because we got a lot of great stuff that we're able to offer our folks and the families, and it's all important stuff. So, and you know, and these guys, this council and everything supports every bit of that, what we do with that, and they're willing to help in any way they can. So. Now that I can't, I just sort of made you approve this motion. I will entertain a motion to approve October 23rd through the 31st as Red Ribbon Week in the City of Lawrenceburg.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second it, Mayor.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Okay.
Thank you. Motion will carry.
We get drug out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody will drag you out of here.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Fetty, we got the LaRue ordinance, number 12?
Yes, that is correct. It's number 12, 12th one of the year here, so it'd be 12-2020. And basically what this ordinance will do, and it's kind of been talked about for a couple years, from my understanding, is the LERU account it's acquired quite a bit of money. That fund has acquired quite a bit of money over the years. I think it pretty much like on a yearly basis, it would probably gain anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000, and this is after all the expenditures. I know that with LERU, their main budget is out of the general fund, so that's kind of why we're taking this money right here and putting it into the general fund. Like I said, we haven't done anything for several years, and it's accumulated. It's just sitting there, and the most that they usually spend is probably about $50,000 in the budget out of this fund right here. They've, you know, and of course, coming up with a number of 1.5, pretty much they could replace everything that they have down there and then some, and it would definitely cover that amount, which, like I said, it's usually, they do not use that much of it throughout the year. But there will be, at the beginning of the year, there is quite a bit of money that they do have in investments that will be transferred over to the general fund if this ordinance goes through. Are there any other questions that you have with it?
Good explanation. The main thing they use this for is when they purchase new ambulances. And really, I don't know that they foresee that in the next 3 to 5 years, because we just purchased a new one a year ago. But, you know, we're very fortunate that that money is there for them to be able to do.
Oh, yeah.
Good explanation. Any questions about this ordinance, guys?
And then,
Okay, if not, then I'd entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 12-2020. Approve it on the first reading, provided it is a unanimous vote. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, any other new business? I have none for tonight. And I have no old business for tonight. Anybody have anything they want to touch on? If not, we'll entertain comments from the audience. Yes, sir?
My name is Scott McLean.
It is?
Downtown Lawrenceburg, in case you didn't know me. So a couple of things. I want to thank the city for everything they've done for us and our businesses downtown. And Main Street is so critical
Thank you.
to what we do. I mean, it's really important. And we're really, I'll use the word blessed to have that organization behind us as a business. I mean, very fortunate and blessed. The other thing is I want to talk about Fall Music Festival. Is that what it was down here? Is it what it's called now? It was awesome. It was great. And the car show, I was tons of business. I got a lot of business. And then even people who saw things came back to buy things, you know, where they didn't have enough, didn't have enough cash or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just want to say we need to make this a car show city, because it's good. It's good for business.
Car shows bring a lot of people, don't they?
They do. And it was fun. I mean, it really was.
he's not a car enthusiast. No, I am.
Yeah, it's awesome. But I just wanted to thank everybody and thank you guys for putting this on, and thank you guys for providing some extra help too this year, because it's been tough, but we're doing it.
Yeah,
And I got repeat customers coming back, which is great.
That's even better, Scott.
that's great.
Glad to hear
So
that.
thank you.
Thanks, Scott, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's what we're here for, you guys.
Have a motorcycle show. Do they have those?
I mean, that's-
Tom?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Don't even go there.
That's a good point. I mean,
Be big.
it's good to hear feedback on those kind of events, because you hear mixed reviews over different events over the years, and to hear that, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, classic car culture here in this area, and, you know, those ALS is obviously well attended. The Lawrenceburg Saturday Car Show was well attended. I mean, it might be something to consider if it's helping these businesses that much, and I mean, it's,
Well, I know that, and I hate saying this in public, but I don't think they would care. I've spoken with, I believe it's Lisa Hill's stepfather, about the Lauren Hill car show that used to be held at Old Coney. And he's spoken to me a couple times now about wanting to try to get it moved to Lawrenceburg. And so he's supposed to meet with me again on the first of the year to figure out a date for maybe 2021. So that'd be a car show. I mean, I don't know if you can oversaturate. You know, Jim, you're a car guy. I don't know if you can oversaturate someplace with car shows, but it seems like every time there's a car show, they're well attended, whether it would be in Rising Sun or if it's in Lawrenceburg or whatever.
Even little cruise-ins.
Yeah.
A lot of people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Right.
I mean, that's a big part of what 4-Speed's trying to do out on 50. They're trying to
Yes.
create even more culture to just the regular cruise-ins. I mean, if we can capitalize, for lack of a better term, on that, having them around, that's going to benefit the community, and also, I mean, it's enjoyable to, these
Yeah.
guys take a lot of pride in their classic cars, and
Hey, if Mr. Caudell keeps his garage doors open much longer, one of those cars might be taken for a joyride.
yeah.
There's some nice ones in there. Yeah, thanks, Scott. Anyone else?
I just think it'd be nice if we have them car shows, have a double Ferris wheel on top of the park.
Excuse me, anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Nancy Cross, and I live downtown here in Lawrenceburg. I have a neighbor who I have been battling with for the past 2 years since I've lived here. She's cat infested. They are ruining my property, and their feces are everywhere, and it smells. On a damp day, I can't open my windows. I have spoken with the animal control. They've cleaned out her house one other time and doesn't seem to want to do it again. This summer, she had 17 new kittens, okay, just in one summer, and there's 2 more that are pregnant. She has things around her property to house them in, which is dirty, smells. I catch and take them to the paws, but they caught me on camera one time, and I can't do that anymore. I don't know what else to do. I'm kind of at my wit's end. I spoke with Justin, and he came and looked and observed and watched, and it does. Now it's a health issue. My dog, I'm afraid my dog's going to get sick, and other neighbors, so I don't know what else to do. I'm just here letting you know that I'm begging for help.
I spoke to the PAWS director 3 weeks ago. She came to my office because I asked her to come about this particular issue. I didn't know if it was your. We've got
There's several
we've
pockets
got other
in
spots in the
Lawrenceburg,
city
yes.
that we've
This
got
is
some
not
issues.
isolated.
Yes, it's not isolated.
Not isolated, not at all. And she is helping me. I told her, I said, I need some copies of other people's ordinances, because I guess some other municipalities or communities, they actually have a limit on what you're allowed to have of cats, just like yard dogs, I believe. If you have more than 4 dogs or something, you got to get a kennel license or something. So we're going to look at that, because it's not an isolated incident. We got 3 or 4 hot spots in the city that need to be addressed, and I agree with you.
Yeah, and not only is it the cats, I mean, the way they're fed.
Yeah.
I now have possums, and they're not raccoons,
Yeah.
and they're not being intimidated. So they're like at my back door when I open it. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever come across a possum when you
I did
just
one night. If I
surprise
was a
them,
person, I almost
and they
shot 'em.
really don't like to be surprised, and my dog is about the size of a possum, so, my dog would lose,
I get it.
and so I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention, so, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Nancy, it's very point well taken, and we are working on that, because I was going to bring.
Justin told me tonight when I came, I tried to put it
Good.
on the agenda, but I just bombarded.
No problem.
No, that's absolutely fine. And Mr. Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong, but an ordinance would then give us the authority to be able to kind of bring a greater compliance, because without an ordinance, it's fairly vague. I've talked to animal control, I've talked to Paul's, I've talked to other council members about issues, and it's a problem on not just in your area. There are half a dozen areas that are really bad, and until we can establish an ordinance and know which a good ordinance would be, then it's difficult.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help with an ordinance, I would be more than glad to be of voice, so.
Yeah, and this is not a hit on cat folks that like cats. It's just, I think we got to control the issue.
Yes.
There's a sense of controlling that, and
You're gonna have, I have to have my dog license,
of course,
and I choose to have it fixed.
leash laws, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the cat folks are trying to be malicious in any manner. You know, a lot of times they're just trying to feed cats because they have a heart for cats, and it becomes to a point where it becomes a public health issue, and you know, it affects the quality of life for people such as yourself.
Yeah.
So that's when government does have a role that we need to take responsibility and step in and help in regard there.
Thank you.
Yeah, until we get an ordinance, we're really, hands are tied behind our backs, so to speak.
Is she keeping them in the house, or I mean, are they
It's
outside?
just feeding on the back porch, and we have neighbors in our area too that are doing the same thing, just feed them, and so the other cats come up, but then also the possums and raccoons.
That
come
explains
as
why you
well.
got your possums and your raccoons, because they usually wouldn't come
The
up.
only silver lining is that there aren't a lot of mice. You know, snakes are little rodents.
No mice.
I mean,
Got a point there.
Yeah, you gotta take it one way or the other.
yeah.
Okay, Nancy, there's a give and take then. Okay, no, point well taken. I don't mean to make light of it, but, okay. We'll keep working on this and get something together, so. Anyone else? Dean, we were waiting on you.
Come on, we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes here.
Okay,
No, I had a good time at Fall Fest too.
great,
That was
great. Who'd you like the best? It was all pretty good, I thought.
I like the country night better,
Yeah.
definitely.
Tell you what, there's something to be said about the local talent we have too, though. We got some really
Yes,
good
we do.
local talent. Really good local talent.
Thank you.
Well, except for the Weldon brothers, you know.
And not the Weldon brothers.
We didn't have a stage.
I
We didn't
thought
have a
you
stage
were
big enough
talking
for
about
him.
me.
We didn't have a stage big enough for the
That's
Weldon
it.
brothers this year.
For egos.
Yeah. Oh, well, you said that. I didn't. Okay.
Talent is worth by our egos.
All right, this is going south.
Yes, it is.
Can I get a motion to approve the claims?
I'll
So
make a
moved.
motion.
Which one do you want to do?
I'll second it.
Okay, second it, Tommy.
I don't-
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to adjourn.
I like that motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 6:45, guys. We gotta open up the public hearing. Thanks for attending, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes, Nancy.
What up, Scott?
I will.
Hey, Nancy,
We've been talking a lot with
Look
Tony
good?
over here, so.
I'd like to
Justin,
see it
you have
sometime.
her address.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I was
phone
gonna
number.
ask for the
Okay.
same.
I do.
I just wanted to
I
make
wanna
sure.
check out the
But yeah.
elevator and
Thank you.
stuff, man.
What's up, guys?
So drawn out.
Yes.
Sorry that whole process is so drawn out.